Hello there, it's Mr. Spracklin, Director of Digital Learning and Innovation at IPACA. I'm just going to give you a quick guide on how you can print from your Chromebook. Now this process at the moment will only work if you are on Royal Manor Campus, because it won't work through a firewall. However, in time we hope that you'll be able to send things to print when you're at home, then arrive the next day and go up to the machine and print them off. So let's start from the beginning. We've got a document in Google Drive. I'm just going to create a blank tester document, and we're actually going to call it test print. And I'm going to have my work on here. So I might say here is my work. Obviously, the important thing to say about Google Docs is you don't always have to work in A4 and portrait. If you go to File, Page Setup, you can work in landscape. You can also change your paper size. You might, by default, because Google is an American product, it will work in a letter format, which is very similar to A4, but it's slightly different. So you might want to make sure it's on A4, or change it to A3 if perhaps you're doing some TED work or you're doing some artwork perhaps. I'd also encourage you to change the margins, because 1-inch margins are quite big and you're losing a lot of print space there. So you may want to move those down to 0.1. You can also set that as your default work page. I'm actually going to do A4 on this occasion, but you could have done it in A3. So I'm going to press OK. And now you've got my here is my work. I actually want to make that bigger and put it in the center and maybe change the color as well. But really, when we're not talking about the formatting or how to work in Google Docs today, we're talking about how we print something. So before you print something from a Chromebook, you first have to export it as a PDF file. Now to do that, it's very simple. On any document, whether it's a spreadsheet, a PowerPoint, or a Docs version, you just go to File and Download As. And we need to download it as a PDF document. This is because the system that we use here at IPACA, PaperCut, for web printing only supports PDF. So you need to make sure whatever you're working in is a PDF format. So we're going to press PDF. It's then going to give us a download, which will download. On my Mac it's downloaded it here. On your Chromebook it will download it to your downloads folder. And this is where in a minute when we come to upload it, you'll be able to access it from. But mine's gone to my downloads, which is fine. I'm now going to open up a new tab. I'm going to type www.ipaca.org.uk/RM for Royal Manor and printing. It's really important that all of this is in lowercase because your web browser is case sensitive. So I'm going to press RM printing, I'm going to press enter. It should then come up with a PaperCut login. Now your PaperCut username and password is the same as your Royal Manor network login. So mine is gspracklin and then my normal password. But yours will begin with 11, 10, 9, whatever it may be, your surname and your first 3 letters of your first name. And the password will not be the same as your Chromebook password, but it will be the same as your network login at Royal Manor, which for some of you will be the same. So I'm going to press login. And you can do this from any machine at Royal Manor. You don't have to do this on a Chromebook. You can access the same information on a Windows-based machine or an iPad. And it's a great way of seeing what you've been printing and all those sorts of things. So this is the PaperCut admin console. So you can see that all the things that are being waited to be printed at the moment. You can see a summary of what you've been doing. I've printed 19 pages, look. You can see how much we're going to charge for the different pages. You can see your transaction history, your recent print jobs and where they were and what they were for. The really important one that we're going to use here is web print. This enables you to print from your Chromebook or other mobile device. So from web print, you need to select submit a job. You then need to choose whether it's going to be in color or in mono. I'm going to choose mono on this occasion. We're going to go to print options. Our options are how many copies we want. We can do 10 copies maybe of something if we need it. But on this occasion we just want 1 copy. Then we need to upload the document. This is where we choose the file. So I'm going to choose the file from my downloads folder. And it's that test print PDF. I'm then going to upload it and complete the process. You'll then see it's gone into the queue and it's been submitted. So obviously now it's waiting for me to release it at a print station. Now to do that you just go up to the printer, You put in your unique 5-digit PIN number. If you're not sure what that is, please see Mrs. Kelly in the library. You then press print all or print the selected job that you want to print. And that's as simple as that. You can print from a Chromebook.